have my closers, so I'm gonna be watching their dance practice for X. It looks like they ended up maybe filming this the same day that they did their SOB dance practice, so it's in like the same kind of gym. Now that I think about it, it kind of looks like the gym from the like Isaac kind of like athletic episode that they did for Close and Open. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. It just looks similar to it. But either way, we're gonna go ahead and watch. I'm excited to see. I think is this the member? I think this might be like background dancer. So like it's gonna be very intriguing to see that because obviously we didn't get any for. Or we did get some for the first stage of Music Bank, so maybe they're gonna have like a couple for the first few days as well. Oh, I didn't realize he like is controlling him and like doing that. Ugh. Okay, come on, footsteps. Hey! They are like making the camera like shake so bad. I didn't realize how powerful like it is at the beginning of it. Oh, the ticking of the time with their heads, okay. Definitely had like a darker, ooh, a darker like concept for this like dress code. With the max on the street, X X X. X X X. I like this like softer like part compared to like them doing harder. It's like a good contrast. Xiang! I love how like Minwook and Kenshin have like a part back to back. Oh, I do prefer like getting to see like a fuller view of it because like no, because then you see a lot of things that I missed before. Whoa, they're doing like really, like I said, hard footsteps. Whoa, that part is like so hard, I swear. Especially when you're singing live, like oh my god. I love this. The kick took me out. Oh my god, I forgot about it. This floor work, like this I think is my favorite floor work so far from the choreo. Like I like it. Like Sungmin has been kind of like I think I have mentioned it a couple of times already. Like from stuff, he's kind of been coming for me this time around. I think he's doing a great job. Like the body roll doesn't look like too awkward or like it looks like he's doing like the perfect amount of like control. Like it's not like like too tense or anything. He's being very like fluid and like loose doing it. So like I'm like impressed. Like he's definitely come a long way and like you can definitely see it. Obviously like this I think for sure is the most challenging out of their discography for him, I believe, just because like I know he's been like learning and like as he goes and like very much gaining practice with doing like all of these new different like types of dance and like especially from someone who hasn't done like much of it and like has barely just started. I think he's really improved. So like I think that's why I'm also like he's catching my eye more because I'm really blown away because I'm just like, oh my god, like what happened? Like, you've been practicing, like, you're doing so great. Like, I'm happy. And, like, everyone else, like, obviously, like, ends up killing me at some point. Like, Kenshin, I'm also, like, really surprised with because, like, ever since SOB2, I was just, like, before, obviously, y'all know, I'm like, oh my god, my little cutie patootie, my little, like, I regard him as the magne for me, right? Like, I mentioned before a bunch of times. So I'm just like, my little baby. I'm like, no. But also, like, yes, like, kill it. Like, do your, like, your hard, like, if you want to do like this hard like chord, like a little bit like stronger like vibe, like, yes, go for it. Like, because I have seen like a stage of him that he did for some of the Project 7 stages that I did end up watching, right? So I was like, oh my god, like, Kenshin, like, I know he can do it. Like, I just, like, most of the time he's just, like, very cutesy, and I'm just like, my little baby, but I'm just, like, I'm very, like, blown away with everyone, and specifically, like, Kenshin and Sungmin, and then, obviously, Yeojun, like I said, and, Xiang end up killing me, like, with their, duo part, but then Xiang, like I said, even though like I don't have an official bias, I think like I always mention that Xiang would definitely be that my bias, just for how much I always mention how much he kills me, because most specifically because of his deep voice, but then like the way he dances and like his face, like he's very goofy and like funny and like Pablo, like very like kind of a fool in a way, because I did see the clip of them from their the their showcase where it's like them in the Huesa, they're like Huesa workers or the office, like in the office, and they're doing like a skit or whatever, and like this man over here, like, I'm like, not this man being the second oldest, but then over here gargling milk and like completely like spitting it everywhere, and I was just like, oh my god. I'm like, like I said, like very like Pablo Chorom, like very like silly, goofy, funny, but then like when he like the switch, when it's time to like get serious and like dance, like, like, I think that's why I also really like him a lot. But like I said, I still can't pick a favorite. Like, I still, like, as you can see, I'm always bouncing around here and there. Obviously, like, Sungho, like, I'm not too, I don't talk about Sungho much, I feel like. Obviously, Kyungbei I talk about a lot because of his vocals, and I'm just, like, very impressed with him. Sungho, I feel like I don't talk about much. Also, just, like, because Longing Line I try not to talk about too much because I'm just like, oh my god, like, yes, like, they're killing it, but also, like, I need y'all to go away, like, for a second, like, like, no. But I really do think like this is also very much his vibe, just because also, again, I have seen him do stronger concepts from the very first few stages that I did watch Project 7, so I'm like not surprised there that he could do this. So it's like not like me, like, oh my god, like, being completely like out of the blue shocked, so I'm like, with that in mind, like, and then also Minwook, like I said, not a big surprise there, because like as the Hyung, like he like Mat Hyung, like it's like, oh, like very much in his element, and also like his vocals are always stable. So like just this song for sure is a great song, definitely a good way for them to get challenged and trying something new, like they mentioned with the whole concept of the album. So I'm really happy and like excited to see how the rest of the stages go for the comeback. And yeah, so I'll also, for the KGMAs, I will be watching that tomorrow for sure. I will be watching their stage as well, because I know they're doing like a them and Ahop, and I didn't, and I forgot who else. There's like maybe one or two more boy groups that are doing like a blast from like the Plas kind of like thing, where they're doing like different group, like older like groups, like choreo, and like doing like a performance. I don't know if it's necessarily like them each doing one, or them doing like a whole array, like a whole, like kind of how how Close Your Eyes and I Hope did their collab, kind of, are they gonna do it like that with all the groups? I don't know, but I will be reacting to that. I will be putting that on Patreon though, y'all, because I did get a for those of you who don't watch my Ahop content, I did get a copyright strike for Ahop's one of their like festivals that they did, for specifically where they did the Play Wait for Love special performance. I did get a copyright strike for that. So I think from now on, when it comes to like special stages, special events, anything like that, end of the year awards, that will be all going on Patreon, of course, for free, y'all. I'm not gonna charge y'all for that, because it's something that everyone wants to watch, and I know like I get excited seeing y'all's comments and stuff like that. So yeah, definitely gonna be on Patreon for that. So just keep an eye out for those performances, and I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I shall see you in the next one.